welcome to another delicious edition of Clayton's Creations. To all my familiar, thank you for taking the time out of your day to come back and check in with me and see what we got cooking for you over here today. For anybody new here and you want to be part of my familiar, it's easy. All you got to do is tap in down below, subscribe, like, comment, and share, because you won't want to miss any of the heat we have going over here. All right, guys, but anybody that knows me knows that I'm really an Italian fan at heart. And for me, a good pasta dish is just like a warm hug from your mother. And let's be honest, what's better than that? So, I love a good chicken parm. And the only way, in my opinion, to make a chicken parm better is to make it mobile. So we're making a sando today. Chicken parm, sandwiches. It's only going to take a couple of ingredients, guys. So let's brown those up and let's dive right into this cook. Let's get started. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and kick this off by getting started with these ingredients. All right, so we got some hoagie rolls, some Parmesan cheese, some parsley, some Italian blend cheese, some chicken breast cutlets, some breadcrumbs. They're unseasoned because I'm going to season them myself. Some garlic, some pasta sauce, a little bit of butter, and flour that's not shown here. But we'll get to all that later. Let's first start with this chicken. And dealing with chicken, guys, you know me. We're going to get it cleaned up. We're going to make sure we remove any extra fat that we don't want and check for any bone fragments, anything like that that might be damaging to your teeth. And then we're going to get this protein seasoned up vigorously with the usual suspects. And for us, that's onion powder, garlic powder, black pepper, seasoned salt, a little adobo, some paprika. And we're going to season that liberally. I told you one time, my ancestors talked to me and let me know that I've done a good job. So when I get to that point, that's when I put the seasoning containers down. But with practice, you'll get there. As for me, I put in the work. So once we get this thing seasoned up, we're going to let them rest for a little bit before we proceed to the next step of this cook. Oh, but wait, I bet you thought I forgot. No, we got to flip these things and give the other side the same love. And then we're going to let them rest like it's 5 o'clock on a Friday before a long weekend. And while they're resting, we're going to tend to this flour, right? So we're going to get our flour in a bowl, and then we're going to season it up well. The usual suspects will make another appearance here, and we're going to season this with love. Remember, we're building flavors on flavors on flavors. So once we have all of our seasonings present and accounted for, we will mix them well, set that aside, and we'll move on to the next part of our dredge, the breadcrumbs. And remember, guys, these are unseasoned breadcrumbs, so don't judge me when you see seasonings come in later, all right? So once we get the breadcrumbs we need in the bowl, we're going to then come in with a little bit of seasoned salt, not much else because we're going to put Parmesan cheese in this, all right? And Parm's a little bit salty. So we're going to mix that up. And when that's all mixed up and well incorporated, we're going to set that aside until with the final part of this dredge, eggs. So we're going to crack ourselves a couple of eggs in a bowl, beat them up, mix them well, and then it's ready to get this assembly line moving. So flour first. We're going to get our cutlet in there, get it well coated on both sides, firmly press down on the cutlet to get it coated well in the flour. Then once we got that handled, we're going to give this thing a little flipsy-do and then give the same treatment to the other side. Now, once you got that coated well, it's time for us to take it out, shake off the excess flour, and then let it take a little dip in that egg bath. I think Andre 3000 said it best. Shake it like a Polaroid picture. And now, when I dip, you dip, we dip. Get it coated well with eggs on both sides. And once you've done that, it's time for us to move on to the breadcrumbs. And guys, remember, we family over here. So even if my bread's not long, I'll share the crumbs with you. All right? So we're going to take that cutlet, get it in the breadcrumbs, press it down firmly, make sure it's coated well. You see me here getting some crumbs on the side, put them on the top, and pressing those in too because we want maximum coverage. I won't lie to you. It's a little wet right now, so the crumbs are going to stick to your fingers a little bit. It'll be a little messy. But let's be honest. We've all been in crummy situations, right? We'll persevere. All right, so when we get that done, we're going to once again go back to my friend Andre 3K, and we're going to shake that thing like a Polaroid picture again, get the excess off, and we're going to let that rest. And then we're going to give the other cutlets the same treatment. They should look just like this while we're resting, and they're waiting on their personal jacuzzi to heat up to the temperature of maximum efficiency. So today, once we get that oil up to 350, we're going to shallow fry these boys today. All right. So just like this, you'll see me adding oil to my cast iron skillet. We're going to set that on high heat until we reach our perfect temp. And then when we do, it'll be time for these things to get prepared for the Summer Olympics and take a dive in that oil. Just like that, they're going to get in here. We're going to cook these for a couple of minutes, about 3 to 4 minutes on each side, because they're cutlets, guys, so they'll cook pretty quickly. But what we want to do is make sure when it's all said and done, they're golden brown delicious. Right here, you see me get in here and give these guys a little flippy do. And then we're going to give the other side the same love. And when they're done, we'll pull them out, set them on a rack, and let them rest while we finish up with our other cutlets. And just like that, look at these things and how delicious they look while they rest. But shh, you don't want to wake them up. So make sure you're quiet. Once they're done and rested, the only thing left to do is tuck these things away under a delicious blanket of mozzarella and marinara. But before we can do that, we have to attend to that aforementioned marinara, right? So what am I always telling you over here? We building flavor on flavor on flavor. So we got to go get those usual suspects, put them in a lineup, and let's season this thing vigorously. And once we get all our seasonings incorporated, we're going to pipe this thing up, and it's going to be ready for our chicken once we waken up from its nap. Okay, guys, I don't know about you, but the one thing that can ruin a perfect sandwich for me is soggy bread. So you're going to see me attend to that by getting some butter and some parsley ready to go, and then spreading it on the inside of this bread so we can get it toasted up before we build. All right, so now that the bread is over there toasting, we're going to bring our cutlets back, and we're going to cut these things up into bite-sized pieces. Okay, guys, you can, of course, leave this thing whole, but I'm telling you, we're looking for the best eating experience possible. And in my opinion, it's to cut them up just like this so you can enjoy this sandwich the best way possible. All right, so once you've done that, you're going to set these aside, and then you're going to bring that toasted bread back just like this, making a guest appearance. He's a little stage shy, so he's got his back turned to you, but I told him, get over that crap, turn around, and let him see you in all your glory. So here we are, adding a little bit of cheese down first. It is a parm after all, right? So then we're going to put our chicken cutlet pieces in here. And guys, don't be shy. This is what you came here for. So put as much chicken in here as you can handle, and then hit that with some shredded parm. Once you hit that with the parm, we can bring back that delicious marinara from earlier, and we're about to get saucy, all right? This is why we toasted the bread. Get your sauce in there, and then tuck it all away with a blanket of that Italian blend cheese. All right? Put a little green for health, and then this needs to go under the broiler for a couple minutes to get that cheese melty just like this. Now there's nothing left to do but admire this thing in all its gorgeousness before we dive in for the first bite. Okay. So it looks good. But at the end of the day, if it don't taste good, we wasted our time. So let me be the judge of exactly how good you did today. So go ahead and slide me my plate. Well, unfortunately, little G, we didn't have none for you today. So you just gonna have to take my word for it. But you guys out there, you don't have to. So just like that, guys, we got another delicious one for the record books. Once again, I want to say thank you to my familia for checking in with me to see what we got going on over here today. But if you made it this far, drop me a comment down in the comment section and let me know what kind of other delicious content you want me to bring for you over here. For anybody new here who hasn't hit that subscribe button yet, what are you waiting on? I'll hold on for a second. Finish? All right. Anyway, hope you come back. Hope you enjoy this content because, guys, I'm here for you. Again, like, share, subscribe, and comment. And the final words before I get out of here. Salud, mi familia.